My name is Monica. I am the executive assistant to the chief operating officer at PrimeSource. We're a company of about 40 employees across the world. And I would rate Time Doctor probably a 3 out of 5. Probably about 2 years ago, I would want to say, our COO was looking for some sort of method to track our employees. We just wanted to be able to monitor kind of what they were doing and how they were doing it and how frequently they were coming into work and everything like that. So given that we have a lot of remote employees, it's not always the easiest to keep track of those employees physically. So we were looking for a way to monitor them electronically somewhere on the computer. So we were looking into different sources that would provide us with some sort of information in addition to just the standard, oh, they were on their computer at this time. We wanted a little bit more detail in that and a little bit more accessibility of what we were able to do and track with our employees. So I think one of the main selling points as to why we chose Time Doctor was that we could set different users to different standards, I guess you could call it. So we could have certain employees always monitor 24/7, and then other employees who were only were screenshotting every 3 minutes is like our typical use of it. But it's nice that we can adjust it accordingly based on each employee. And I think that was really the biggest selling point for us, was that uniqueness and accessibility. I think that's definitely where we struggle with Time Doctor. It's not always the greatest for setup. For some reason, when we have our employees log in, they're given multiple team options where we only have one team. So we don't know why there's that confusion there. And then also just the activity bar. Some employees find that it's hard to get it started when they onboard with us. It's not always the most smoothest transition, and it's definitely something that we're actively working on with Time Doctor to sort out, because we're not sure where that hiccup is falling. So we have several employees located in the Philippines, and Time Doctor is a great way for us to keep track of, when they're working, because it's not always the same 9 to 5 hours that we're working. It might be different for them in their time zone and everything like that. So it's a nice way for us to still be able to monitor them, as well as kind of see when they're active and what they're actively doing, because we're not in day-to-day communication with them. So if we're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, we can kind of just pop onto Time Doctor and take a look at that, which is always really helpful. I think it's really great for the remote employees and being able to kind of monitor what they're doing without having to overstep and say, oh, hey, what are you doing in an email or whatever? You don't have to jump down their throats. It's kind of there in Time Doctor.